one and all, welcome to the stream. We are here in Addons, Barbados, and we are flying to Trinidad, Piarco International Airport. We intend to do the milk run today. I'd like to make it... Getting some feedback. I'm getting some feedback. And bye. Yep. I plan to make it all the way to Jamaica. This is a real life flight. It actually leaves, probably leaves a lot earlier. Leaves at about 5 a.m., 6 a.m. It goes to TTPP, then either St. Martin or Antigua, and then on to Kingston, Jamaica. It's an almost daily flight that's run by Caribbean Airlines. They call it the Milk Run. I'm going to do at least part of it today. We're going to go as far as Antigua. I went to St. Martin the day before yesterday, so we'll do the Antigua run. Let's see if we can showcase some Antigua freeware scenery as well. I'd like to think that I can make it all the way to Kingston, Jamaica, but I can't promise you that. It's quite a long run all the way. It's at least a 5-hour haul all the way to Jamaica, especially out of Barbados. Years ago, the flight used to be done in reverse. It used to begin at TTPP, then end up here in Barbados, where it would continue over to Antigua or St. Martin. I think it will alternate days. One day it will go to Antigua, and another day it will go to St. Martin before it carried on to Kingston, Jamaica, where it will turn around and do the whole thing and return again. It used to leave at about 8 a.m., arriving in Jamaica at about, I think at about 1 in the afternoon, and I think it will leave to come back about 2, 3 in the afternoon and do the whole run again in reverse. But these days, the flight ends in Barbados and begins in Barbados, so the plane runs or remains overnight in Addons, where it continues on to does the run again the next morning. We're on VATSIM. I've pre-filed the flight. I have also, I just pre-filed the flight. We're still cold and dark. I mean, admittedly, we shouldn't really be, because we have all these bits of equipment and fueling attached to us. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get into the cockpit and start the process. I haven't flown Zibo for a while, so bear with me. I'm a little bit rusty when it comes. I usually fly the 737-200 or the XCG 737. I fly that one a lot, although it's fundamentally the same. Just a few things on. Just want to see what kind of checklist is included. There's a before start checklist. It's not the best checklist. I'm probably gonna have to use my own. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to use my own if I can find it. My paper checklist. Let's just get this started here. We turn on the battery and we go straight to APU. Well, there's ground power, so we're gonna use it as well. Oh no, it's supposed to happen. I get the APU running. We have a low oil pressure light, and that means it should take its time. Let's check the conditions here in Barbados right now. Addons, my auto thrust. Okay, my thrust levels are fine. Partly cloudy, wind temperature 28, winds 100 at 8, visibility 10 kilometers, greater than 10 kilometers, QNH 1015. So nothing special, typical sort of partly cloudy Caribbean morning here in Addons in Barbados. Fix my seat position just a little bit. We'll remove all of these master cautions. APU is available, so we can come on bus, and then we can get APU. We can get the bleed on the left back. That's been supplied by the APU. So we have QNH 1015. We're gonna turn this to hectopascals, and we're gonna do 1015. The standby altimeter, is it working yet? No, it's not actually. It's initializing. And we're going to turn the aft one pump on. We check everything else here. We have the cabin utilities or galley power, chimes only and auto, seatbelt signs and auto. pitot heat is on, and altitude altitude, we're going to go up to 24,000 feet. It's a pretty short flight. It's about 45 minutes. 24,000 feet. Hopefully the weather is good enough in Trinidad so that we can possibly do a visual approach over the hills, as is typically done on a nice day by Caribbean Airlines. For people, I guess pilots who are familiar with the airport. Everything's fine here. Let's look at the briefing. I think I should have uploaded the briefing. I should have an updated version on the briefing. See if I can get that for you now. It's which one is it? I do this flight so much. So yeah, we're Caribbean Airlines 458 and 458. 2nd of August, BGI POS. It's a typical, it's just basically one airway that connects Barbados and Piarco. It's the Romeo 515. It's a low altitude airway, and it's pretty simple. I mean, there's no need to pull up, there's no long complicated flight plan. I know it off the top of my head. It's the same route, or just variations of waypoints along that route. We start with a position initialization, and I think I'm gonna. Oh wait, is it? Did I even align the IRSs? No, I did not. There we go. There we go. That's good. And we're going from TBPB to TTPP. Right, definitely runway 10. Let me just double check. Yeah, the wind's from 100, so it's runway 10 at Grantley Addons. 09, sorry. And it's a straight out departure. We're gonna go direct. Actually, no, we haven't even put in the flight plan. So it's direct BGI. Well, from BGI, we're gonna take the Romeo 515. It's a low altitude airway, so 515, and to the Papa Oscar Sierra. That's a VOR in Trinidad, in Port of Spain VOR POS. We're not going to fly to any of these waypoints technically. Well, we are at BGI, so more than likely it's a direct Logan. We're going to go to runway 09 direct Logan. We activate that, and that's good. We probably do the RNAV into Piarco or the ILS, or maybe the visual. I prefer to use the visual. It's a while since I've flown the 737NG for the Zibo. I couldn't get it to work for the longest while, and so I'm a bit rusty. Bear with me. I may not be able to offer you the smoothest flight experience, but hold on to your armrests. And there's another aircraft coming in there. Who's that? American 713. I've seen that call sign before. American 713. He's coming all the way from New Orleans. Interesting. And then there is DHL. I think I know who that is as well. There's only one person who flies DHL 767s out of Barbados. Yep, it is him, and he's in Barbados. I wonder if he's streaming. He also streams. He's got a channel called Not By The Book. He also streams as well, so you should check out his channel. He has a couple streams under his belt. I think he started like last week, so it's a much newer channel than mine. Yeah, check him out. I don't know if he's actually doing any flying at the moment. And don't forget, if you like what you see, and if you want to join us on future flights, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get the payload. Let's get in the air quickly. So we have 13.2. That's 127 passengers in SimBrief language, and 5.6 tons of fuel. Let's just go to. Let's put that in now. It's payload. Payload is 13,200 pounds. Payload total, I think I have to do it here, right? Is that right? Or should I put 13.2? Sure. Okay, same thing. And is there a fuel? Fuel imbalance, payload, fuel. Okay, this is fuel. It's 5,600 tons, 5.6 tons, giving us a gross weight of 61.684. We're currently at 60.3. It's quite a bit of a poker. There's probably some. Probably it doesn't line up very well with the sim brief flight plan. With the sim brief profile. I may have to modify sim brief profile for the 737. I have a little bit of fuel in the center tanks. I don't know why. It's given me 2,400. 2,000. Oh, I have to run the fueling thingy, right? I guess I forgot about that. Ground services, and I think we're gonna start the refueling. How do we do that? Where is it? Ground services. No. No, ground services. Where do you fuel? Where's the fuel truck? The one page. Oh. The hair that you do a fuel truck. Okay, that's where you do it. Okay. Let's close the door. It's gonna be a bit noisy at the back there. Hello, Ganesh. Modify the profiles. Which profiles are you talking about? Oh, the profiles from SimBrief. You mean? I haven't modified the profile. I found that the profile on the 737-700 yesterday, the flight that I did, lined up perfectly. I had the exact same takeoff weight. I mean, usually there's probably a difference between the current gross weight and actually, no, I might be wrong because I just took the gross weight before we actually fueled up. So let's wait until the fuel. We're actually defueling on the correct fuel. So on the I haven't actually done it, but as I said, let me just wait until we're fully fueled, and we'll take it from there, and we will have a look at the gross weight again. It shouldn't make a difference by more than a couple hundred pounds. You know, that would account for the fuel that is burnt with the APU, by the APU, and also by the engines in getting to the runway. So that's the actual takeoff, the weight at takeoff. That's reflected by SimBrief, or the predicted weight at takeoff. Or the 737 does not, 800 does not. I think we're gonna go up to level 240. I think that's flight plan is 240. Yeah, 240. And let's. We're still fueling, so we're just gonna wait until we're finished fueling before we do any of the FMC pre-flight. We finish off the stuff here. So let's pull back up the briefing. It's a cost index of 20, and it's 5.6 tons. So we're still defueling. Let's just give it a moment. In the meantime, let me have a look at this disgusting checklist. No, I don't like it. Is there any other way that I can get a checklist in here? There is another checklist. Wait a minute. Somewhere, let me just see if I find it in here. The checklist that I used for the Boeing 737. Ah, there it is. The 737-200 checklist. This works really well for this aircraft. Save for a couple of things, but this is a checklist that me and a buddy of mine who flies shared cockpit, he's a real world pilot, and he helped me. He has a better understanding of standard operating procedures and flows, so he actually designed the checklist that would work perfectly in shared cockpit. And for most of the 737 fleet, there might be some differences, well, definitely a lot of differences between the 800 and the 200, but you know, they're quite different, but they're also quite the same in terms of operational philosophy and the pilot flows and how the crew interact with each other and the aircraft. We have 3.6. We're still defueling. It's taking its time. So let's just give it a minute yeah, that should be ready soon. Let's see if we get any more nav aids tuned. We have 122.8, and we have the Barbados VOR, the Grantley Addons VOR. I think it's 114. Let's say Grantley Addons VOR. Close this off in the meantime. Let's get the charts for Barbados. There's so many charts, right? I need Navigraph. I think the only thing that should be affecting you is the operating empty weight and the pax weight. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I have to check and see. Let me. We'll wait until the fueling process is done. We have 3190. We still have a bit of fuel to come off, and we'll check it out. TBPB. That's the only chart that I have for Barbados. Fortunately, I mean, I'm very familiar with this airport, so I don't really need charts to navigate on the ground. And there are no SIDS out of here. There are no SIDS out of here, so it's just basically straight out departure, right turn on course.
Ready to check for DHL 471.
BD5. The DHL 471 is also flying, it looks like it. And he's going to Piaco. He's also coming to Trinidad. It'll be nice to see him. 5.6 tons of fuel, that's it, right? I should hope. 2,800 times 2,800. Okay, so that's good. Reserves of 2. Cost index, I think I saw was, yeah, that's the VOR. It's 1127. That's it. That's what I wanted. (1127), and I think it's a 231. It's the 231 radial that we're gonna catch. Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll take off, we'll make a right turn, runway heading till 1,000 feet, right turn on course to intercept radial 231, then onto the airway down the Romeo 515, direct Logan. So we have the BGI, Bravo Golf India, that's tuned, it's 0.3 miles away, so it's pretty much on field. And it's somewhere down to the end of the runway. I wonder if they have it in the scenery. I'll have a look. Come out the taxi. Transition altitude is well, transition level. In our case, the transition altitude is 3,000 feet. Go back to the checklist. No, it's not the one. That's FCOM. And cost index, what did I say that cost index was again? Oh, I'm always in the wrong document, right? Let me see. TBPB, the cost index of 20. And we want level 240. Cost index of 20. Iso Deviation is plus 15. I think that's the format, right? And the cruise wind is 164 at 2 degrees. Outside temperature is plus 28 degrees, and that's correct according to Active Sky. We're gonna use 55 degree D rate, I think. Selected temperature is 55 degrees, D rate, so it's a double D rate, 89%, and it's a pretty lethargic climb, climb 2, and pretty easy climb out. Flaps 5, 4.75, so we want to get to setting that now. That's about right. And V1 137, 141, 141. Okay, flaps 5, 137, 137, 141. And yeah, that's good. So we get 141, the V2 speed here. And our initial runway heading is that way. Oh no, what am I doing? Okay, I understand what's happening now. We're going that way. Okay, so 094 and 092, 91. That's it. That's the one. RTO, and we are ready for the pre-flight checklist. Let's put speeds on that side. And legs on this side. Okay, so let's run the before takeoff checklist. We're going to use the checklist from the Boeing 737-200. And, where's, before start checklist? Wait a minute, there's, did he not give me a pre-flight? No, okay, this is a pre-flight part. So the pre-flight checklist, the battery power is on. Emergency exit lights are armed. Position lights, we are steady. APU is started and we are on bus. APU gen is on. Yaw damper is on. The galley power in terms of, in this aircraft, it's cabin utilities. It's on. Window heat on. APU bleed, the bleed is on. We are on the left back only. Pressurization panel is set, level 240 set. Flight directors, we have flight directors left and we have flight directors right on. Parking brake is set. Fuel, we're fine with 2,800 by 2,800. And we have, the pumps are still off. We just have the aft one pump on. ATC clearance, we are flying on VATSIM. I will double check. We don't have any ATC. Takeoff data is set and the speeds are set and bugged on the PFD. Com navs, we have 1127 set and checked. Transponder, let's get the transponder. We're gonna go Tara now. We're gonna leave it at 2000. We're gonna go Tara now. So don't forget. Flight instruments, we have heading 001, altitude 100, 180, 1015. 1015. No, we don't have to. Let's set this on there. We need I need to set the option where it is sync captain and the first officer. We'll do that in the air. And let's put this into hectopascals as 015. No. Oh, this is fiddly. There we go. Okay, 1015 set. Transponder is star. Flight instrument checked. Crew briefing is complete. Pre-flight checklist is complete. Right, let's get everything. Ground handling, drive away all, and let's close the doors. Ground services, doors. I'm gonna close all these guys. And doors are closed. Let's start the before yaw damper is on. Anti-collision light is on. Fasten seatbelt signs are on. Let's call the. Is the pushback? Is better pushback available through this? Like it is on. Oh, it's not actually. It's available through the tablet. I'm just so used to doing it here.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Which is a taxiway? Is this a taxi line? I think this is a taxi line, right? I always push back onto the wrong.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Let's get the music off a little bit. Right, so okay, so we can run the before start checklist, and oh, ground. So before start checklist. Doors are closed. Signs are on. Fuel pumps, we have 4 pumps on. Center pumps off. The packs, we're gonna turn the left packs off now, and that's duct pressure rising. We have just about 40 psi. Anti-collision light is on, and the engines are ready for start. So we're just waiting on the pushback truck to do its work, its magic, and put us on the.
All doors and hatches are closed.
Put us on the.
Ready to connect.
To all of you joining us on this flight, we hope to get to just joining us on the channel. We hope to go to Jamaica. Welcome on board. If you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe. The channel is still pretty new, so I don't have any of those subscribe features and any of those tones and chimes that you all like to hear. So bear with me, give me a few weeks, a few days, well, not a few weeks, maybe a week or so, and I should have some more features for you to enjoy up on this channel. But in any case, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Hold on to your armrests tight because it could turn into a bumpy ride.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Let's disappear all of these guys, right? And it's terrible sounds. I wish there was a way to mute the ground handling designs, the sound pack, because it can be quite annoying. Let's remove that parking brake. And we're ready to go.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Let's watch her move off the stand. This is a 9 Yankee Tango Alpha Bravo, one of the first Caribbean Airlines 737. I think it's the first one that was painted in this livery, if I remember correctly. Today's Sunday, so we're gonna start the odd numbered engines. It's an odd numbered day, so we're gonna start engine 1. Start at the ground. Vent 2 rising. Start valve open. Fuel flow. So it's about oil temperature is good. Vibrations are normal, 16%. I'm always uneasy once I get past 20%, waiting for it to get back to 25%, because on other 737s that I fly, you introduce the fuel much earlier. It's about 20%. The start sequence is so much shorter on the 737-200. The engines are so damn quiet. Do I have the thing too quiet? It's really quiet. Let me see if I can turn up the X-plane volume just a bit for you guys. Maybe you guys are hearing it louder than I am. Let's go to sound. Master sound, interior, maybe just turn it up, just up a bit. And that's starting number 2. Oh, I'm getting that panning issue. Am I getting that panning issue? It's not very smooth. What sort of frames are we getting? I don't know, but I shouldn't be getting bad frames though. We're in Vulcan, and we're in Barbados. We're not exactly. Oh shit! I forgot the fuel, and yeah. I only realized by the sound it was making. It was like reached its limit. It was like maximum motoring. That's what they call it, right?
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
And start valve is
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
We do the before taxi flows, after start flows. Fully left, right, back, down, left, right, and we're good there. And recall is checked. What's the master caution telling us? Oh, we didn't do these guys. I forgot him. Always forget him. Oh, so we're good. And so the before taxi checklist generators are on. APU is off. Oh, that didn't come. That came off a little bit too quickly. Pitot heat is on. Anti-ice not required.
Disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time, and have a safe flight.
Start switches continuous. Pressurization panel is checked. Flaps 5 set. flight controls check, stab trim, we set, oh no, what did I just do? I wasn't supposed to move that. Set force, oh fuck. It's 475. Didn't mean to, yeah, that should be fine there. Trim is set, radar is on, ground equipment is clear, we're ready for taxi. I do a config check on this aircraft? Oh, wrong config, I'm saying. Okay, we're good. And Addons traffic, Caribbean Airlines 458, taxiing at 10. Oh, I'm getting that weird panning issue from that not very smooth. Something tells me I may have to delete my shader cache.
So you're 9er.
There's a DHL flight. He's also going to Trinidad. Yeah, it's not very smooth. Not very smooth at all. Look at that. There's these micro stutters that I'm getting. I think we're gonna.
Addons traffic, DHL 471 pushing south off to the Caribbean 737.
I don't think we're gonna go all the way to the end. In real life, I think they're doing some works on the taxiway, on the runway, so I think part of the runway is closed right now in Barbados. I don't know if that's still the case though, but a few weeks ago it was. And a part of the runway was closed, so I think most takeoffs and landings happened after taxiway Charlie, intersection Charlie, which is the intersection that you have that's right before the main runway threshold. And okay, so we're gonna leave. We're gonna take off with no delay. We have this in continuous. Cabin crew seats for departure, ready to go. Before takeoff checklist, flaps 5, green light, stab trim is set, strobe lights are on, landing lights are on, before takeoff checklist is complete. Addons traffic lining up via Charlie, immediate departure runway 09er. Oh, I think we need some brakes here. Oh, those are some powerful ass brakes. So in real life, I think the airport, the runway is closed from here over to the threshold. So I think all flights landing and taking off are using this intersection, and or landing after this intersection. There's a bit of a displaced threshold. takeoff thrust is set. Why wouldn't my takeoff thrust not set?
80 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Too low. Terrain.
Gear up.
$400. $1,000.
1,000. N1 mode is still not armed. Being armed N1 mode.
Island traffic, Del DHL 471 taxi in runway 09 about Charlie.
Laps 1. I get checked. Laps up. We're gonna do VR lock. But we're gonna fly course 231. We're gonna intercept course, I think it's course 231. Yeah, course 231. And we're gonna go direct Logan. After takeoff checklist, landing gear up and off, flaps up, no lights, engine start switches are off, packs are on, exterior lights are all off after takeoff checklist complete. You know, something tells me I may have to stop the stream in Trinidad and restart my computer because probably clean out my shader cache. I'm not liking the performance that I'm getting. Okay, so we're intercepting the airway now. Okay, 10,000. Signs are coming off.
Traffic at DHL 471 departing runway 109. Island traffic.
Okay, 12,000 feet climbing. We are good, we are on course, we can just go direct Logan. and we're gonna go LNAV. Right, so climbing 16,000. Let's start planning the arrival into Piaco. I'm just gonna check the weather. TTPP. Winds 140 at 3 knots, 26 degrees. Thunderstorms. Alright. Alright. That's not true though. Maybe thunderstorms in the vicinity. But few at clouds at 1,000 and cumulonimbus 1014. Moderate rain. We may not be able to perform a visual approach. Though I would like some better forward speed, so I'm gonna do a speed intervene and do 300 knots. 320 knots in the climb. And so the Piaco. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna try to do a visual approach. If we're not able to do the highway visual into Piaco, what we're gonna do? We're gonna just extend the downwind and fly the ILS approach. So we're gonna come in over the mountains and get into the valley and fly the visual and see if we can do the highway visual. Departing, see the arriving. We're gonna fly ILS 10. But we're not gonna go direct through Curry. So I think if we go into the next page, we can actually make our own waypoint, and I want a waypoint that's basically on the 5-1 radial and about 18 miles from the Papa Oscar Sierra VR. That's the distance where I can come down from the minimum sector altitude for Piaco is which is 4,100 feet, the safe altitude for Piaco. So we're going to go into the fixed page and we're going to go POS, or we can actually do it in the next page, I think. I hope this aircraft understands it's POS, POS 051/18. Yeah, well, that's correct. So POS 01. We're not going to go to the POS VOR, and we're not going to go to Shark. No. I'm going to erase Shark. Actually, no, we don't need to erase Shark. We're just going to up select this into the empty slot. And FI10, okay. POS, we need this at let's say 210. And level 41. Yep, So that's about right. And we're gonna do some. We're gonna do a ring around it. We're gonna put it into the fixed page, and we know we need to descend to 4,100 feet out of level 250. So 250. 250 minus 41 divided by 10 multiplied by 3 plus 5. 68 miles away for. We're gonna do 68 miles. And 68 miles, if the top of descent is not drawn, that's the profile that we're gonna use. We'll join these 2 points, although we'll be flying heading select by the time we get there. And we use runway 10 as well. We'll draw
1,000 to go.
1,000 feet to go. We can, give for passenger comfort, the last 1,000 feet we can do it at 500 feet per minute. And 500 feet per minute. I do need to do something about the throttle. Let me just see, maybe I need to fix some settings here. Configure and customize, hardware. On, yes. Okay, that's a little bit better. Yes. We also wonder, that's why we had no auto thrust. Okay, so that's we're now at cruising altitude, and our top of descent. Where's our top of descent? It hasn't drawn on top of descent. If we can do 36 miles at top of descent. Yeah, that's about right. The top of descent is, yeah, it's right, it's spot on. So we've calculated our top of descent properly. Zibo has also done a good job. We forgot to turn this off. And level 240. So we're within 40 miles from the top of descent. I think we can do our landing speed. So VRF is 136.141. I'm gonna put 130, 140, 136. It already has a wind correction, I guess. So we're just gonna use 136. We'll put back on VNAV so that it's able to adjust its regulated speed on its own. And okay, so we want to save these changes here. How do you do that? How'd you save? Save and load. There you go. Save all configs. Avitab, charts. so we close the top of descent, we'll reset the MCP altitude to 4,100 feet. So that's our initial descent is the level 4-1 until we're over, we have sight with the field. And we'll complete the visual procedure. We are still going to tune the ILS for reference, so it's 1097. And did I not go into the fixed page? We should use the runway 10. That's legs, so we go to runway 10. We're going to put that into the fixed page. And we're going to do a 2.5 mile radius. So we're going to do a downwind leg that's about 2.5, 3 miles actually. It rounds it off, so let's round it off to 3 miles north of the field. And VREF is checked, set and checked. Let's see what's the decision height, 500 feet. So if we don't have the runway by 500 feet, we'll execute a missed approach and we'll fly the ILS. Okay, so there begins our descent. 500 feet, that's our personal minimums. Not the minimum that's on the charts. This is a 235, this is an ILS chart. The minimums here are, I guess we're going to use the lockout minimum. The glide slope out, sorry. I don't like how it's behaving. My auto thrust is back to its, on the Zibo is back to its wicked ways. It worked perfectly on the 737 700. Let me see what I have done wrong. It's still doing it. That's the island of Tobago. And that's the Crown Point or the A&R Robinson Airport, the other airport in Trinidad and Tobago. Got the terrain on. So let's do the checklist. So run the checklist here. Descent checklist, pressurization is checked, recoil is checked, auto brake 2 set, up landing data, the VREF is set and checked, box appear, VREF 136 set, approach briefing complete, minimums 500 set, descent checklist complete. ortho for here? It looks like I have ortho for here. I forgot. I've never flown to Tobago in the sim, by the way. In X-Plane. I even have scenery. Oh my god, I have scenery for Tobago. Oh no, it's not. Oh yeah. That's why I don't fly to Tobago, because my scenery doesn't load properly. I know who to blame for that. Yeah, have my cupcakes ready. Oh, my top of descent formula. I'll put it in. I'll put it in the chat. Hold on. So my top of descent formula is level. For example, today we're at level 240. We were at level 240, and we want to descend to level level 41, or in other words, 4,100 feet. So we just treat them as levels. So if we use 240 to level 41, and we want the difference in altitude between those two levels, so it's 240 minus 41. We divide that by 10. We multiply it by 3, and then we add 5 miles to slow down. I've just put it in the charts. So it's, in other words, it's cruise level minus target level, target descent levels, but target level multiplied, it's divided by 10, then I put that in brackets, if you remember your algebra, and you multiply that by 3, and then you add 5 miles to slow down. That's considering that you're above 250 knots. I'm a speed brake now. So 10,000 feet, approaching 10,000 feet, and we have Trinidad fast approaching. Do speed intervene, 250 knots, 240. Surprised it hasn't set drag required. But we're a little bit below we're using that, we're trading off we're a little bit below the glide path, the profile, so we're trading off that altitude for speed. And does a very good job at it. 252, 251. So we have 20 more miles and we have 6,000 feet to lose. And here we go. I'm gonna use VS now. So I'd rather have complete control of my speed. I'm going to set flaps up speed, but with the current descent rate, it won't get there. It won't get there because it can't overcome the inertia. So, you know, we have quite a bit of descent. So it's gonna hold its forward speed. So we're gonna use vertical speed mode. Yeah, the Zibo has come a long way. Yeah. I mean, mind you, I've only been flying it since last year, but it's been updated to the hilt. There's still some clouds on the ortho here. Okay, we can turn back on the seatbelt signs. These the continuous, and we'll turn on the inboards. Let's check our VREF, update our VREF as we're a bit closer. So yeah, we'll update it by 1 knot. VRF is now 135. We're a little bit above the profile, so what we're going to do, we have about 10 miles, 10 knots that we could gain on this descent, so we'd get a little bit below the profile. We'll try our best not to use any speed brake, and try not for that. Let's hope our airspeed does not increase too much. Yeah, there's some hills in Trinidad. There's some hills to the north of the airport, so the aircraft usually have to stay at 4,100 feet. I think the highest point on these mountains something like 3,000 or 3,100 feet. So 4,100 feet gives you that required 1,000-foot separation between the terrain from all directions. So in visual conditions, if you're going to fly the visual approach, as we're going to try to do today, we like to remain above 4,100 feet till we clear the hills. We also want to get slow because we want to fly. We want to maneuver ourselves into the pattern, you know, without too much fuss. We'll get to the 4,100 once we have about 500 feet to go, maybe. We're here at the decel point. Let's adjust our descent rate to the decel point. 1,400 feet per minute should get us to the decel point nicely. And where we go to flaps up speed. Okay. Barrows are standard.
QNH adjusted.
And 1014. So 1014. 1014.
1,000 to go.
1,000 to go. We can level her out now. Let's give her 500 feet per minute so that she's slow down. 400 feet per minute. She'll slow her down nicely. We're going to go heading select, and we're going to manage our own heading. I'm hearing thunder. Coming over the hills. Bit low. But we are at the minimum, above the minimum altitude, so which is fine, right across the northern range. Okay, so we're approaching flaps up maneuvering speed, flaps 1. Can further descend 180 knots. Okay, so we can go to 1,500 now. 1,500. We'll do a VS. Flaps 5. Good enough. We come nice and slowly over the mountains, and we insert ourselves into the visual pattern. give it heading select. So that's why I have the range ring, so that I know that I can maintain at least a 3 mile separation to the north of the field and fly a downwind. Fly the downwind.
Yeah, with traffic out. DHO 471, you can do an Esperance arrival from runway 10.
Copy Aqua traffic on downwind for runway 10 out of 3,500. So we take it a little bit closer to the we'll use a timer. Fly with Lua, reload fuel scripts. So we use a timer here to time our downwind leg once we're beamed the threshold. And okay, we're now beamed the field. We can do heading 284.
1,000 to go.
And okay, so that's the threshold over to our left. You have some bad clouds. I wonder what's your weather rendering. You have to 1,500 feet, 1,400 feet. Let's do 450. Get down. Speed 160. Flaps 15. And we're looking for the highway. The north-south highway. That's the north-south highway. It's easier to identify than I just. It's the longest. Let's fix ourselves. What's our final speed again? It's 135. Okay, so we're just about to beam the highway. Almost. And start turning final. And set final speed. Current flaps 25. Flaps 30. Probably wasn't the greatest idea to fly this visual approach. I think I may need to get some more wipers on. No, it's not the wipers. Runway in sight. I'm gonna get the auto
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Auto thrust off. Bit low. That's. We really should have flown the ILS. Fast actually. Bit sloppy this approach.
Approaching minimums.
Had nothing to say over the last few seconds. I was in full concentration. Sorry about that. Got my full attention. Welcome to Piarco, where the weather is shit. But it really isn't as bad as it seems.
Piarco traffic, DHL 471, 10-mile final, runway 10.
I didn't even announce. Piarco traffic, Caribbean Airlines 458, runway 10 clear. That was a very low approach. I'd probably be called to the chief pilot's office in real life. Explain myself. Why are you turning? Why are you still turning? Why are you still turning? Oh, the nose wheel is really slow on this. You have to be just like one step ahead of it. But taxi is very nice though. Okay. Get that AP running. Where's my auto thrust? I don't have an auto throttle button, auto throttle arm button on this. It's no longer raining, so. It is raining, so you just have it on intermittent. Let's get the strobes off. Get the landing lights off, turn off lights off, taxi light on. APU is coming online. Beat off. We're gonna go to one of the Caribbean Airlines gates. Caribbean Airlines uses, I think, the east wing of the airport, so that's gates 8, 7, or 8. So like it's the eastern half of the airport. So it's go to one of the back gates. Or one of the side gates, maybe. Right, Marshal identified. APU online. Oh, great. No auto gate, right? Lovely. No auto gate. There we go. Right here. My luck. Okay, welcome to Piaco, where the local time is 12:30 in the afternoon. We ask all passengers on board remain seated. This flight will continue on to Antigua in 25 minutes. So please stay on board. Do not, please identify your belongings to a member of the cabin crew. And we'll some more passengers joining you here in Piaco. So all those who've joined us on the stream today, thanks for coming in, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you like what you see, if you want to fly with us again in the future. We're doing flights almost every day around this time for the rest of the week, at least 4 or 5 days of this week, maybe even 6 days. I'll have some streams, most likely anytime between 8 and 10 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. So all of you who wish to join us on our flights, look out for this channel on your stream. Just don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you can. But thanks. Let's have a look at the DHL flight coming in. He said he was on a 10-mile final. I hope we're in time to catch his landing. Where is he? I'm not gonna do a replay. The landing was all right. I mean, it's nothing. You're not gonna miss anything. It was a smooth landing. What do you say, Ganesh? The passengers? Where's that 767 flight? Is it crashed again? Or did he land already? He may be oh, there he is. Oh, I missed him. Oh, I missed the landing. He's gonna go over to the south terminal. He's gonna go over to the cargo ramp, I think. So he has to come all this way and then go across that way. We're gonna go up to Antigua. The flight to Antigua is probably gonna be about 50 minutes. Or an hour, 10 minutes.
471, just taxi into the southern ramp across in runway 10.
Yeah, that's DHL taxiing to the south ramp. And we'll do our thing. While he does his thing, we'll do our thing. No replays on this flight. We'll see if we can do a replay when we get to Antigua. The reason being, I don't want to mess up anything. You know, replays can cause problems. In my experience, they haven't. But let's still play it safe. I'm on stream. I really won't like to restart the stream from scratch and have you guys waiting while we set up our next flight. So passengers again, let's open the doors. There's no jetway, unfortunately. I know when we get to Antigua, we will be parking at a hard stand, at a remote stand. I've learned my lesson. Antigua or St. Martin? Which one do you guys? Tell me in the chat. This flight either does Antigua or St. Martin on the way to Jamaica. All those who want me to fly to St. Martin, say aye. Tell me in the chat quickly before I go into SimBrief and plan my flight. Probably should turn off our transponder. Let's do a full shutdown. See there, except we'll have the APU running. Seatbelt signs are on. We didn't release the passengers. We have ground power available, so might as well use some of that. And we can turn off all of these guys. APU bleed. Get some air conditioning on in the house. Left back on, right back is auto. Anti-collision light will be off. Tapper, SXM, we have one for Tapper, one for SXM. We get one more, that will be the tiebreaker. Personally, I prefer Antigua, and Antigua is nicer. It has freeware scenery. I know I'm not going to have any performance issues. I haven't had performance issues lately with St. Martin. However, let's play it safe. I did fly the St. Martin day before yesterday in the 737-200. See who else is bound for St. Martin. There's nobody bound for Antigua, but you know St. Martin. Pablo TT, welcome aboard. Thanks for coming. Ganesh at Tapa, no, but Ganesh voted, Ganesh SXM. So we have one for Tapa and two for SXM. Right, so we're gonna go to St. Martin. Pablo TT, welcome aboard. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do like what you see. We're gonna fly to St. Martin instead. So that's so we are Caribbean Airlines 456 because it's the 456 that goes to St. Martin, not the 458. The 456 goes on the even numbered days, and the 458 goes on the odd number days. There's also the 414 and the 416, or there used to be at least. So let's do a pre-file here. SimBrief. Let's go into SimBrief, and unfortunately, I can't show you my SimBrief. Yeah, thanks for coming, Pablo. I appreciate it. I'm glad to have you here. And we're going. Let's see. Let's edit this flight. Oh, new flight, right? So it's BWA 456, running very late because 456 leaves at about 8 a.m. So we're like 4 hours late. And the 458 as well, so I don't know what I'm talking about. So we're going from TTPP, Tango Papa, arriving in TNCM. Alternate is San Juan, Puerto Rico, and we are flying a 737-800. Let me see if I can find, I think I have a Caribbean Airlines profile in here somewhere. And we came in with 124 passengers, if I remember correctly, all COVID free. And we have another maybe 70 or 80 passengers to join us. No, do we not? We can't take 70. We have another 30 packs joining us here in Trinidad, all going to St. Martin. All of them COVID free as well. So we are flying the 9er Yankee Tango Alpha Bravo. No COVID on this aircraft. No COVID. Tango Alpha Bravo. We have 100. Give me a passenger count, guys. This plane seats 154 passengers max. Full flight or less? Let me know quickly. How much is the new Caribbean Airlines configuration seat? I remember it was 154. It was 16 138. But now they have Caribbean Plus. That means they probably seat a little bit less. Let's go with 149 passengers. And that means about 29 odd passengers. 103 passengers gate checked. 103. We came in with 124, so that means people got off. They didn't like my flight. Or maybe they just bought tickets as far as Trinidad. Gate checked 150. Come on, gate check. You can't be the only one making the suggestions. Well, let's take the average. Let's take the average between 150 and 103. So 150 plus 103 divided by 2. 126. That's only like 126.5. That's only like 2.5 more passengers than I came in with. Come on. We need to make some money. We'd go with 148. A few seats free. 148. With about 10 of those getting off in St. Martin. That's about how much people usually get off in St. Martin and Caribbean Airlines. Actually, no. Quite a few people get off in St. Martin. St. Martin's a popular destination. Also, that's Papa Oscar Sierra, the Upper Lima 205 to Antigua, then the Bravo 520 to Ilopo. That's the routing. I'll put the routing in the chat. If anyone wants to come along and VATSIM, feel free. And if anyone confirms that they're coming, I'll wait a grand total of 5 minutes more for you. We put this here. Oh. Control V. Oh, what's... Okay, so let's sim brief. Control V. Why is Okay, so we're flying Ilopo, the Aluba one arrival. No, we're not flying any arrivals into St. Martin. It's fucking St. Martin. We don't fly stars into St. Martin. Just fly to the airport. The fuck flies a star into St. Martin, right? Let's go. Caribbean Airlines 456. Pre-filing on VATSIM. Okay, that flight plan is ready. Pre-file. Let me download the SimBrief document. And we're good there. Let's disconnect from VATSIM and reconnect as Caribbean 456. Okay, so Caribbean Airlines 456, we are online and we are scheduled. We are flight level 350. While our passengers board, let's get our weights in here. We're on APU power, so we might as well come off ground power. Let's charts. So it's TTPP to TNCM. That's the one we want. Caribbean Air 456, 2nd of August. Cost index of 20. And we have 15.4 tons of passengers out of 148 passengers, 7.5 tons fuel. Let's get landing rating accident. Oh, this is a landing rating thingy on this. Yeah. For anyone who's joining us now, we don't do landing rates on this channel. I don't do landing rates. I'm not a fan of landing rates. If I land hard, I land hard. I look and we look back at the landing and we discuss the landing and we say we deem whether it was hard or soft. But I'm not a fan of landing rates. I'm not the kind of person who looks for greasers all the time. I prefer precision, sort of. I hold what I'm trying to say. I prefer a stable approach on profile, on the glide path, on the touchdown zone, precisely. Not necessarily, as long as it's not, something stupid like 500 feet per minute or 700 feet per minute. As long as you get it in on the touchdown zone, I hold those values much higher than the actual touchdown zone. You see a lot of people coming in really low and flaring and eating up the whole runway and going butter, and they've touched down halfway down the runway. No. There's no landing rates, no landing predictions. Don't ask for them, you won't get them. I won't look back to see what the landing rate is. In most cases, unless I'm using an app like Project Fly that gives me a landing rate and I'm doing a Project Fly flight, yeah, okay. But it's not something that I'm too concerned with. That was the end of my rant, so let's continue. We have 15.4 tons. No, 15. What am I doing? 15.4. And the fuel again. Then on the same page. Where did you do fuel weight? Fuel weight. 7,500 kilos. A takeoff weight of 65.7. We do need to refuel, so let's no, it's where is it? It's fuel and balance, fuel truck. Start services, start flight leg. Right. And that's TTPP to TNCM. And runway 10. Route. It's we fly the Papa Oscar Sierra. We're not going to actually fly to the Papa Oscar Sierra, but the airway begins there, so and then it's Upper Lima 205 to Antigua to ANU. And then it's the Bravo 520 to Ilopo. Activate that. We're good there. We're still fueling though, so we're gonna wait a minute to complete this. We're not gonna go to the Papa Oscar here. It's direct MKISS, and I need to check Sky Vector, see what the radial for the Upper Lima 205 is. Let me just get some music on here, background music, and Sky Vector. So it's TTPP, TNCM. It's POS Upper Lima 205 ANU Bravo 520 Ilopo. Okay. Pretty much a straight shot out all the way to Antigua, straight up the Bravo 520, world high, and the Upper Lima 205 goes off on the 012 radial. So we're going to tune 16.9, which is a VOR at Piarco 1169, and we're going to tune radial 012. Right, so today we're gonna fly out of Piarco. Open up this. We can get the plan. Is it map mode? Plan mode? No, is it plan mode? Approach mode, VOR mode. Is it? I forgot the mode. The map mode I wanted in. The 16.9. How come I'm not getting 1169? Okay, I need to activate it. 16.9, and we're gonna fly radial 012. So yeah, if you look, our route takes us up. This is our route up the Upper Lima 205, and it's basically lines up the radial 012, which comes from the POS VOR, So we'll take off, runway heading basically out that way, and till 4,100 feet. Above 4,100 feet, right turn on course. So initial runway heading is what's happening here? Is 104. I haven't put in the runway. I haven't executed the flight plan. That's why. 104. And let's go into the departure, arriving, departing, runway 10. Yeah, we put that in already. So why wouldn't it show up? Probably have zoomed too far. That's why. Runway 10 is in. The user interface on this plane is not the best with track IR. 4,100 feet, flight directors left, flight directors right on. And we have finished fueling, so we can do our performance page. 2.5. We use two tons as reserved. I think I saw cost index of 20. Let me just check on the chat. Cost index of 20. And I said flight level 350. Let's see what our max Iso deviation is here. Cost index of 20, average wind is 148 at 10 knots. That's 148 at 10. Iso deviation is the 012. I hope we have good performance, and we don't have crappy frames when we get the Juliana. And one limit, usual 55 degree rate, 55 degree D rate, climb 1. And flaps 5. Center of gravity of 4.5. Get this down to 4.5. Look at our trim. Imagine if you were doing touch and goes and that was our landing trim. I was probably out of trim. I thought the landing was just a little bit awkward today. That's 4.5 minutes. Nose up, set. Set our chrono. And speeds are in. Legs page. Overhead panel, we turn on our pitot heats again. Belt signs on, a galley power is on. Okay, so we're in APU bus, an APU power. We can, let's get the checklist, the pre-flight checklist. Alright, so, oh no, wrong. Next page. The pre-flight checklist, we can do a below the line actually. Is it the below line? The below the line item. Yeah, well we've done all of that. So the battery switch is on, emergency exit lights are armed, position lights are steady, APU is on, we are an APU bus, yaw damper is also on. Galley power, or in other words, on this aircraft, cabin utilities are on, window heat is on, pressurization mode selector panel, we need to set this to level 350. Flight level 350 set, and it's on auto. Flight directors, we have flight directors left and right on, it's a heading select departure. Parking brake is set, fuel is good, we have 3750, pumps off. The ATIS and ATC clearance, we have no ATC, we have nothing, we're on VATSIM though, as in case you might noticed. And there's Biscayne 141 is also going off to St. Martin. ATC and ATC clearance is obtained. We're 122.8 and we are on 122.8. Takeoff data is set. That's wrong. What the fuck did I get these takeoff? Okay. Takeoff data is set is 145. Common navs radios are set. We have common radio 122.8, nav radio we have 1169 as reference. It's heading select departure, then left turn on course to intercept the radial 012, then direct MKISS. That's our takeoff briefing complete. Transponder is, we're gonna set that to Tara as we speak, before we forget. Flight instruments, we have heading 305, altitude 060, QNH 1014, 1014. 1014 set 3 times, and briefing is complete. Pre-flight checklist is complete. Can let's call the pushback truck.
Yeah, with traffic.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Yeah, for traffic, Biscayne 141, push and start, gate 6.
Bianco traffic turbulence 456, ready, push, gate 12. And, well, we're almost ready to push, right? And, we have the doors, we're gonna close all guys. Right, checklist, no. Onto your checklist, Zibo. Avi tab, charts. There we go. So what do we do here now? Okay. Let's do the before the restart pushback.
Ground to cockpit.
What happened
Please
there?
show me where you want to go.
I could have sworn I set my pushback truck.
Ground to cockpit.
Right.
Tower's driving up.
And anti-collision light is on. Turn these off. There's still rain. Still have a bit of rain. I'll mute the music a bit. And we're getting ready to go.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Very well.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Okay. All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Come on, better push back.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
There you go.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Preparation for takeoff. Bring your chair to the upright position. Store your tray table. Open your window shades and put your armrest down. Please observe the fastened seatbelt and no smoking signs.
There you go. Start at the ground.
This time.
Should have started number 1 first.
The emergency exits are clearly marked.
I've forgotten to do something. Obviously.
There are 4 exit doors on the Boeing 737.
I haven't turned the right park off.
Either side of the aircraft, each equipped with an evacuation slide, which inflates
Oh.
automatically. There are also 4 window exits located over the wings. Look around now and locate the exit that are nearest to you. Note carefully that your nearest exit may be behind you.
18, 19. Oh, we can. I don't care. We just put it in now.
With a loss of electrical power or in a smoke-filled cabin, an emergency lighting system installed
Yo, traffic taxiing runway 10 via Alpha, crossing runway 10, Bravo Trey.
That's one good start. Starting number 2.
Whiskey 141.
Okay, 21%. We put it in now. Right,
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
start valve closed. One, two, three.
You must put on your mask before tending to anyone in your care. We are pleased to offer a smoke-free environment. Smoke
Okay,
is
so
prohibited on board, and all passengers must observe the no smoking sign. The washrooms are equipped with sensitive smoke detectors, and it is an offense to tamper with these devices.
and
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed.
Very
Hand
well, that's
signal on the
one
right. We'll see you next time and have a safe
before
flight.
taxi checklist generators are on, APU is off, is coming off, anti-ice is not required, pitot heat is on, hydraulic panel is set, start switch is a continuous, pressurization, we have the packs on, and we have flight controls checks, tab trim is set, ground equipment is clear, weather radar is on, we're ready to go. Config check.
You're using your earphones or iPods. These must be turned off when you takeoff. Your blankets must be folded, placed on the seat beside you. All handbags must be placed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead locker. Thank you.
Wonder if he's going from the intersection. I switch off the the nose wheel is takes quite a bit of getting used to this nose wheel steering. Quite a bit of a delay on it. Our anti-skid just flashed. What's happening here? Come on. Get some oscillation on this nose wheel.
York traffic biscuit 141 up runway 10.
This Biscayne lining up for takeoff there. His aircraft is now a different color.
York traffic biscuit 141 report runway 10.
She goes. Vehicle traffic criminal at 456 entering the active to backtrack runway 10. Biscayne is gone. Into the porridge, into the soup. Gonna backtrack. I'll turn on our strobe lights as soon as we get lined up. Alright, so let's get our strobe lights on. We get all our lights on now. Cabin crew seats for departure. Before takeoff checklist, strobe light is on, engine bleeds are on, the packs are on, start switches are continuous, flaps 5, green light set, trim is set, ready to go. So let's turn our wipers on to high. Brakes. Oh, come on. Close gear. Vehicle traffic terminal lines 456, departure room 10.
Be careful of the strong gusts on the departure.
Roger, copy the pyro. Setting thrust. Oh no, I forgot. N1, heading select Antigua.
knots.
Check.
V1, rotate.
Go up. Oh,
1,000.
check. $1,500 N1. Get the autopilot on before the nose drops too much. That flaps up speed. Gonna fly runway heading to 4,100 feet. We're gonna turn these guys off. We don't need them anymore. We're in the air. Flaps 1. Flaps up.
1,000 to go.
Okay, 4,100 feet. We're gonna turn right on course. Oh no, wrong one. Ah, VNAV. Ugh. We need to turn this to auto. We have this on auto, right? Bank angle selectors on auto. Turn the rest of the landing lights off. And we can run there after takeoff. Oh no, wrong button. After takeoff checklist, landing gears up and off, flaps up, no lights, start switches are off, packs are on, exterior lights are off after takeoff checklist complete. There's a flight that's just ahead of us, so I'm gonna give him some separation. So he's probably heading direct MKIS. So we're gonna intercept the radial 012 from Papa Oscar Sierra, and we're gonna RMVOR lock. Once we've intercepted the radial, we're gonna go direct to our first waypoint. That ensures that we stay on the airway all the way. Okay, 10,000 feet. 9,900, 10,000 feet. Seatbelt signs on, off. So guys, today at about 4 p.m. Eastern, we have a shared cockpit flight. I have a shared cockpit flight set up somewhere in Mexico. It's going to be in the 737-200. I'm going to try my best to get it on stream. So if you like what you see, stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more, more of our content. There we go. I forgot to turn on the chrono again. This is a flight path vector. I've never used a flight path vector on this flight aircraft before. We'll try to use the flight path vector for the approach. Let's get some wing views. Coffee or tea? Why? There's no one. I thought there were more people on this plane. See what they're seeing. What the... rich people see. Or the ones that like me who like to pretend they're rich and sit up in first class. I wish you can actually open the window shades on this aircraft, but you can't. Crane my neck to see outside here. Bravo train. Turn the volume down just a bit. Oh, that's us intercepting the airway, I guess? Oh, why is it not intercepting the airway? Are we gone too far? Supposed to intercept this airway. Anyway, let's go direct MKISS. I don't know what Zibo is doing. What happened to my airway? So we have about a 20-mile separation between us and the traffic ahead of us. I think I need some coffee. Guys, just excuse me for a minute. I'm gonna get some coffee, alright? I'll be back in about 3 minutes time. I'm gonna leave you with some the cabin view maybe. No, I'll just leave you here. Let me know if anything's happened, if we spin out of the sky and fall, crash, and blow up. back with you guys. My apologies. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. So we are on course. We're approaching top of climb. And we are up over the Grenadines, and we're passing the island of Grenada. Grenada. There's the Point Salines Airport, the Morris Bishop Airport. Westerhall Point. And we're passing the island of Carriacou. This also belongs to this bigger island. All these islands belong to up to here. And this little island, Petit Martinique, and that's Union Island, just ahead of us there. We're gonna give it a 500 feet per minute, 500 feet per minute altitude capture. Oh, why might I change over Mach 77 and I should be VNAV? I don't know why this came off VNAV. Did I ever put it on VNAV to begin with? Oh yeah, no, I thought I did the VS before, so. So flight level 340. Alright, so we're en route. We're en route here, so we're gonna pass a few. Let's see what if we have any if we have any sightseeing points. Airport. We have Sierra Charlie, Sierra Alpha, Canwan. That's Canwan Airport, and that's Argyle, the new airport in St. Vincent. We should be passing St. Vincent off to our right. We have some traffic 20 miles ahead. What other traffic we have in the distance, the vicinity? And let's start planning the arrival, although it's a bit early. Let's just check on the weather. Let's keep an eye on the weather in St. Martin. We have the weather in St. Martin. Upcoming weather is 60 at 5 degrees, a light rain shower. Okay. It's raining all over the Caribbean today. 060 at 5, overcast at 3000, and level 110 we have showers, and QNH 1016. Yeah, so this evening I do have a shared cockpit flight. Bravo Trey. Who's Bravo Trey? What do you mean Bravo Trey, Ganesh? I wonder what route is he taking, this Biscayne 141. Flight details. Okay, he's flying a different one. He's actually flying a Star. Yeah, right. We're not flying any Star. Bad man not flying no Star. Run after 10. Lopo. Okay, we're good. I'm good with that. Okay, so we're good. So, on course. We should be able to see the island of St. Vincent coming up on the left-hand side. Off to a 2 o'clock position. So probably just a little too far out. Yeah, we're cutting straight out over the ocean, so a lot of the Caribbean island chains curve a little bit eastwards before they start heading northwards, and then they start heading back westward. So we're gonna go out. We should make landfall over Antigua, actually. We were supposed to be going to Antigua. That was a plan, to go to Antigua first. Slightly shorter than going to St. Martin. Let's get some external views. See if we can make some views let's see if we can make some. Has anybody on here ever used X camera? Let's see. I'm just getting to know how to use it. Let's see if we can use X camera together. I need to make some views. I think I have this muted. Why do I have this? I'm going to make some views. So I'm going to open the control camera settings. So we're in the external view and we're looking at the tail. I have a transition between the wing and the tail camera. And I have a 30-second, 30.5 to be exact, 30-second transition between views. This is the active view, is now the tail view. I can actually put it so that it stays for 30 seconds or whatever. But the transition time, it's going to take 30 seconds, 30.5 seconds to get to the left wing view. And we're here at the left wing view. It will now transition, it's enable smooth transition auto advance to the next camera. And the next camera is in nose view. So it automatically transitions to the nose view. It will take about 30 seconds again to get to the nose view. And there you see the island of St. Lucia, St. Vincent, is it? Yeah, St. Vincent. We're still next to St. Vincent actually. And that's the nose view. What I want to do is set up a chase plane view or a wingman view. For that, we're gonna create a new view category. So I'm gonna edit. So I'm gonna right click and add to end. So it adds a new camera to the category, to this category, and it gives me one basic camera in this category. I'm gonna call it wingman. And wingman view. This is the wingman view. And I am going to enable a Lua script. It's called the Wingman's Lua script. It's in Lua script, and it's the script ID is 30. We're not going to transition to the next camera. We're just going to leave it here. So Lua script 30. You also need to identify this view by the same number. So ready. It doesn't, we're gonna save cameras, but it doesn't activate until I close the and I may need to reload Lua scripts, and there you go. And that's our wingman view. It's pretty nice, the wingman view. See if I can give it. I can actually change it, on the fly. It's the island of St. Vincent passing, and I think we have the island of St. Lucia further up that way. In the meantime, let me start preparing my arrival for St. Martin. I know it's going to come up quickly. I'm pretty sure I have most of the charts, but let me just see if I can get them more up to date. I don't have a Navigraph subscription. I just have a Jefferson subscription. And TNCM. We're gonna fly RNAV 210. Yeah, so we're gonna come out of Ilopo, then Umana, Avaki, pretty straightforward. RNAV approach, Avaki at 2,600 feet, Lesso at 1,700 feet. Let me get the charts out here. I should have that. Actually, I would have that shot anyway. It's TNCM RNAV10, and that's fine there. Yep, I'm going to replace that one. And the locator, URS, and we're going to get the and we're going to save these charts at TNCM round. Okay, and we're now passing the island of St. Lucia. And if we can see the pitons. Can I zoom? I'll probably have to get into the cockpit then to see the piton. I'm gonna have to make a first officer seat in the cockpit as well. So let me see if I can do that. It's gonna turn on the control panel and go to the cockpit. And at the end, and I'll turn off the track IR, turn off the limits, retain mouse look position, and we're gonna go to the side here, and we're gonna center this here like this. And we're gonna save, enable track IR, and this is probably the max right, max left, max back, max forward, max up, max down. We save it and we enable the limits. Yeah. And we are in our we've just made our first officer seating position. If we can get a view of the islands as we come up the island chain. Where is this? Is this, this is Martinique, island of Martinique. We've just passed St. Lucia, just off to our right, to our 4 o'clock position. Do I have any ortho? Maybe it doesn't look as if I have ortho for St. Lucia, or maybe I do. I can't tell from here. Oh yeah, I do have ortho. I can tell by those ugly clouds that are still on the bitmaps, on the texture files. I think I need to make some ortho for Martinique, and we have Mount Pelée, which was responsible for the worst eruption in the 20th, the deadliest volcanic eruption in the 20th century, and. I need to sync the first officer and captain's barrow. So we're gonna go into the options menu, configure, customize. I think it's realism. No, it's not realism. It's display and variance. Back. And realism. Can't remember where the option was before. And that's to sync the pilot and the co-pilot's altimeters. That means, I mean, I'm standard on my side, but I'm not standard on the first officer's side. So the general config, might be general config actually. Sync, yeah. So we're gonna sync it with the captain. Yeah, we also want to sync with the captain's QNH minimums. Hide cockpit seats? Nah, won't be necessary. I think I do good having them unhidden. I go back to pilot view, and yeah. we still have like 160 miles at top of descent. I'm gonna look at, say, Ilopo at 2,600 feet. Above that doesn't seem right. Get the shot. And let's see. TNCM RNAV10. That's Topo, Avaki, Umana, Avaki. No. We want Avaki at 2,600 feet. So Umana. So let's extrapolate this. So we have Avaki. Between Avaki and Umana, we have 6 miles that we can. So 2,600 at Avaki, and 6 miles less is Umana. 6 times 3 gives us 1,800 feet. So 2,600 plus 1,800, 4,400. So maybe Avaki at 4,400 feet sounds reasonable. So I'm gonna do a range ring for Umana, and so 350 minus 44 divided by 10 divided by 3 plus 5 was 96 miles from Umana, track miles, which should begin our descent. Yeah, and it lines up perfectly once again with our descent arc, and so we know that Zibo is gonna give us a good VNAV profile. And tonight I also wanted to do a flight in the new 747-400 to Manila. We were probably going to do a group flight. We tried doing it yesterday, but some of my buddies were so tired. One of them crashed. One of them got too tired. Well, two of them crashed actually. I think. Oh no, I can't remember. One of them crashed. One of them got tired, and I decided to abandon the flight, and we decided that we would complete it today. Maybe later on this evening. I do have that shared cockpit session to do later on tonight, so probably around 4. That's in just about 3 hours, just under 3 hours time, 2 hours time. So hopefully I get on the ground, I go prepare some lunch, and I come back to prepare this flight. It's gonna be a flight in Mexico. I'm gonna be flying with Captain Lewis. I hope he's still up for it by 4 p.m. He hasn't messaged me and told me anything otherwise, but knowing him, he'd be there. I have 80 miles to go, just about 100 miles to go till we reach our top of descent point. There's some traffic. Let me see what the traffic is doing. I have traffic ahead. I don't see him on the scope. I don't know what happened. Probably just too far. He's probably gained quite a bit of distance. Yeah, he's probably about 60 miles ahead, maybe. I don't see him. How we're doing. Okay, so let's go have a view. Look out the first officer windows. See, let's check our wingman view. That we just set up. Did we actually name it wingman? Go into settings. No, it's not settings. Control panel. The wingman, yeah. So let's we call it wingman 1. Wingman 1. Yeah, we're now flying past Guadeloupe. I'm gonna save these cameras here. And see if we have a cabin view. We have seat from seat 2A. We have from 4F. I think we should be able to see. That's the island of Dominica. The airport there is TDPD, is Tango Delta Papa Delta. Somewhere to the north it's Melville Hall. It's quite a challenging approach. It's through the mountains into Melville Hall Airport. And to all of us joining the stream, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you see. We'll be having daily streams in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, anytime from about 8 a.m., 8 to 10 in the morning. We should be starting our live streams. I haven't decided where we're going to fly to tomorrow, but hopefully it's somewhere exciting, maybe somewhere with crappy weather. We're now just 80 miles to our top of descent, and as soon as we're within 60 miles, we're going to start planning the approach, putting in the approach data. So the RNAV approach into St. Martin. We can start studying the chart now, actually. So it's St. Martin RNAV approach to runway 10, Phillipsburg. We have approach plate 12-1, 12th of June 2020. ATIS is on 127.65 and Juliana Tower is 1187. There's no tower. There's what do you call it? Unicom, and that's gonna be on 122.8. Final approach course is 0906 and 1700 feet from Lesor. That's the final approach path. So once we're at 1700 feet, Lesor with a 3 degree glide path angle should bring us to Mapon, and that's 2 miles from the threshold, and where we should be no lower than 700 feet, and that will also serve as our minimums in the meantime. So once we've got that data, we can put in our minimums here. I need to pause my track IR to do this because it can be quite fiddly. 700 feet. And miss approach, it's a climbing right turn, so we know that climbing right turn in Juliana, so it's heading 180 direct on bed, but maybe not 180, but it's let's see if the FMS, does it have it as a nav track? Is it as an RNAV, an LNAV track? Too sure. It says on bed, does it give us a track? Let me just see. If I put this in plan mode and I bring down the range just a little bit, yeah, so it does have, you can tell it does have an RNAV track off the runway. Most likely we're going to do 180 and then direct on bed, where we'll hold it on bed. Most likely we would not hold it on bed. We'd head to on bed and we'd clean up the aircraft and we'll set back up for the approach, fly out downwind, and we'll keep it visual. Hopefully the weather permits that we can do that. QNH in St. Martin currently 1016, winds 60 at 5, no, it's overcast at 300, really, sorry, overcast at 30 at 3000 and overcast at 10,000, visibility greater than 10 kilometers, showers, few clouds at 1600 feet, temperature at 27, and we have our minimum set. Let's wait till within 60 nautical miles of the top of descent, and we're gonna put in the final speed. Yeah, it's basically the final speed. Then we'll start running the descent checklist. Have a little while to go again, and we have the island. This is the island of Guadeloupe. Straight ahead, it's Reset TFFR. Some nice. I have scenery for that. I also have ortho. Let's see if we can have a better view. Get better view from windows here. Yeah. Yeah. It's the airport's somewhere in the middle. Is it? Where is the airport? Where's the field? I think the field is somewhere here actually. Can I forget where Reset is? Oh, there's Reset. That's it there. We're a little bit too far away from it, so it wouldn't. I need to fix that. I need to fix that viewpoint. And let's control panel. Turn that on again. Let's enable the limits. I have disabled the limits. We don't want to get higher. We don't want to go higher than this. This is max up. Yeah, right, this max up should really be here. Max up. And we save the cameras. Okay, we shouldn't be able to poke our head now. I don't like poking my head out of the aircraft. That's why. And there's that. Yeah. Enable limits. Max up. Yeah. Save it. We enable the limits. Yeah. Oh, it's still happening. Why? Save our cameras. Let's enable limits. Yeah, max up. We shouldn't be able to get higher than this. Save cameras. Enable limits. Save cameras. Yeah, whatever. We close off this. Just about 40 miles to go to the top of descent, so we begin our descent items. VRF 146, lap 30. Yeah, that's 146. It's kind of fast. But we should be fine, and we go auto brake 2. VRF is set, and minimums are set. There's no ILS into St. Martin. We can run our descent checklists. Let me see. Briefings. Let's where's our checklist? Our checklist here. So our descent checklist. Pressurization is checked. Landing altitude is set. Recall is set. Auto brake, we have auto brake 2. Landing data, we have VREF 700. So VREF is 146, 146. It's 6 knots above the flaps 40 landing speed. And VRF is that. And approach briefing is complete. Descent checklist complete. So we're clear to start our descent. It's about 40 miles. We have the island of Antigua coming up ahead of us. Right over there, VOR. That's where our top of descent begins. Let's see if we can get you some external views. I made a wingman view, right? We made a wingman view. The island of Guadeloupe. We're just passing the island of Guadeloupe. Yeah, we have scenery for Guadeloupe. We'd fly into Guadeloupe one of these days in the Airbus A320. Air France keeps two A320s in the Caribbean, and they're based at PTP or TFFR at Guadeloupe Airport. They fly routes within the Caribbean. They go to Miami. They go to Fort de France, which is the next island down south of here, which is Martinique. They also go to French Guiana, that's Rochambeau, that's SOCA, that's the airport code for there. And I think probably their most important run is the Miami run. They fly from here to Port-au-Prince in Haiti. It's another nice scenery that I have, and to Miami. That's another good flight to do. That's an Airbus flight, Caribbean Airbus flight to do. One of the few, there are not many Airbus flights in the Caribbean that don't come out of the United States. Or Airbus narrow-body flights, I should say, that don't come out of the United States. Yeah, so that's Guadeloupe. The next island up is Antigua. I also have some ortho. We should see it coming up in the distance here. And we should begin our top of descent right over Antigua for the Alpha November Uniform VOR. To those of you who joining us now, welcome to the stream. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and put in your requests for flights as well if you want. If you think there's a flight that you'd like to see me cover sometime in the future, don't forget to put in your requests and like if you do like the stream. Just don't like for liking's sake, obviously, if you don't like the stream. But subscribe if you're interested, and I hope it only gets better for you guys or for me in terms of the quality that I'm able to bring to you. But welcome aboard, anyone who's joining the stream right now. We're not going to Antigua as the title might suggest. Some of our viewers requested that we go to St. Martin instead. We are flying the Caribbean Airlines Milk Run, the Caribbean Airlines 456. This is an almost daily flight that goes out to Jamaica from Piarco, Trinidad, or from Barbados. The aircraft starts in Barbados, it goes down to Piarco, up the islands, either to Antigua or to St. Martin, and then it goes off to Kingston. It turns around and it does the flight back in the evening time. Today we're not going all the way to Kingston. It's going to be, we're just going to end the flight in Antigua. Another day we'll take the flight up to Kingston, Jamaica. However, I do have a shared cockpit stream, possibly after 5-6 p.m. This evening, with a buddy of mine who's a professional pilot on the 737-200. More than likely somewhere in Mexico. I think that's the island of Montserrat we're passing. That's that volcano. Yes, that's Montserrat, judging by the shape, yeah. I think that's the Soufrière volcano that you're on, or the Soufrière volcano might be one of these guys over here. This is the volcano. This is the lava. You can see this is ortho, so you can see like the lava flows. This is the lava flows into the ocean. Top of descent is coming up just over Antigua. I also have scenery for Antigua. Well, I did plan to fly there. We were supposed to fly there this morning. We should be landing there now. We decided to skip Antigua and just fly a couple islands up north to Antigua. All of you joining us now, please stay tuned. The landing is imminent. We don't do landing rates on this channel. I don't believe in them. We would never do them. Well, I wouldn't say never, but there are occasions if they're given to us, as I said. Maybe if I'm using an ACARS program for a VA flight and we get a landing rate, yeah, but I don't chase landing rates. I don't do landing predictions on this stream. It's just the way I do things, by choice. We are just short of our top of descent. There is about 20 miles to go. We've run a descent checklist. Let's turn the volume up just a bit. Get some ambient sounds. Everything is fine. Cabin pressure is 8,000 feet. It's a little bit more to go. Mach 77. Yeah, so we're coming up at Antigua. Let's see if we can look at it from the outside. Are we? Let's reset our MCP just in case we get to Antigua and we're outside. We're gonna go all the way down to 2,600 feet. We have no ATC, so we don't have any descent restrictions. 2,600 feet is the initial approach fixed altitude. It's Avaki, and that's 2,600. So we should begin our gradual descent from over here. In real life, this is where they begin the descent as well. I've flown this flight in real life, and we start our descent as we make the turn over Antigua. Naturally, that would be air traffic control permitting. You know, if everything goes as planned, then they can descend at their prescribed position. They would perform. Yeah, you'd find them starting the descent just at around Antigua. Let's get wingman view again. Coming over. This is the VC Bird Airport in Antigua, and we're coming right over the VOR. Let's wait for the turn. There she goes. Absolutely epic. And you can see it beginning to go down actually. Antigua in all her glory. And the descent has begun into St. Martin. Oh no, shut up, go away. Look at that. Go back into the cockpit, make sure that we're not overspeeding. Let me open up the volume mixer. Turn up the volumes, the cabin volumes. I'll turn the music volume down just a bit. Turn it off now, actually completely. So out of 3,200 feet, and we are struggling. Auto thrust is struggling to keep up. I have a very noisy throttle. The Zibo doesn't seem to like it. The 700 seems to cope with it better than the 800. I don't know why. Maybe some setting. Just above. May have to use some speed brake because we've tended to pick up a bit of speed. So we're just gonna not liking these speed brake sounds from XP Realistic. So we're gonna change them. Let me see. XP Realistic. Yeah, let's turn on the speed brake sounds. They're disgusting. Speed brake drag, and now we're gonna turn that off here. Maybe just a little. See what different ones there are. Yeah, that sounds better. Yeah. And windshield wind, let's turn it down a bit. I actually quite like the windshield wind. Let me see, XP Realistic. To mess with these settings here. I've never really messed, well, I usually, anyway, let me just, I digress. Wind ambience, windshield rain, we like that. Windshield wind. See what other winds there are. No. Oh. I like this actually. More realistic. No, definitely not. Leave it on 2, or leave it as it was. Okay, so we have our decel point here. In Lopo it says 2600. With no way we're going to be at 2600 and put along for 40 miles until the final approach fix. So we're gonna keep it on the descent profile here. We can close the speed brakes because she slowed down a little bit too much. Let her accelerate just a bit. And speed brake is armed. Let's get the QNH in St. Martin. Conditions in St. Martin, it's still shit. Light rain. Winds from the east at 5 knots, 60 degrees at 5 knots from the northeast. T-Snoop, welcome aboard. Speed brake. What do you mean speed brake? T-Snoop 19. Yeah, yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, you meant it was still open. Yeah, I didn't realize that the speed brake was still open. I just closed it. Have a little while to go. We just have about, how far is that? 80 miles? 60 miles to landing. 6-3 is 18, 75 miles actually. Touchdown. See if we can do some island spotting here. So that's the island of St. Kitts, no, is it? It's St. Kitts actually, yeah, and St. Kitts, and that's Nevis. And yeah, that's TKPK. And what other airports do we have? It will only show airports that have runway lengths of above 4,000 feet, I think, or 4,500 feet, if I remember correctly. On bed, do we need all the info? Data, we can turn off the data, or no? Yeah. We can get some data, 1828 Zulu, and the time is now 6:11 Zulu, I think, by Fly with Lua. Okay, it's the 6:11 Zulu, so we should be landing at 6:26, 6:27. I'm gonna do speed intervene. I'm gonna manage my speed. Yo, am I gonna get the new FS 2020? Eventually, I will. I mean, I see Microsoft Flight Sim as a 2020 as a continuation of FSX, more so than Prepared 3D. It's a proper evolution of what we expected, what we wanted for FSX to be. There aren't gonna be that many highly detailed aircraft in it. I'm not much of a fan of default aircraft. The only default aircraft that I've flown that I like is this is a default aircraft that's been modified. I don't know how much you'll be able to do that in the MSFS, but I definitely will be getting it. I'll probably get the cheapest version in the meantime, and yeah, I'll definitely be getting Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Whether I'll be streaming content, I'm not too sure. But more than likely, I'll try to. I'm not much of a GA flyer, so, but you know, I'll probably have to be, because we'd all have to turn to some kind of general aviation flying if we want to enjoy Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. But in a word, T-Snoop, just to answer your question, yes, I'm gonna get it. I haven't had my heading box centered for the longest while. There we go. Put this on auto. let's see what's happening in St. Martin. You know, St. Martin can get a bit crazy in the simulator. Everybody wants to go to St. Martin. Everybody and their uncle is always going to St. Martin. Yeah, we have one arrival into St. Martin. We have land cargo when we have Biscayne just ahead of us. Do I have him on TCAS? I do not. I think we're going to start announcing actually. So how many track miles do we have to go again? So we have 20, and I think it's 26 miles to the airport. And Juliana traffic, Caribbean Airlines 456 out of level 143, expect RNAV 10. We're currently 26 nautical miles, 26 track miles to the final approach fix. 26 track miles just out of Ilopo and level 138. We're gonna start slowing her down to 250. It won't slow down because I'm gonna keep it in VS mode actually. Keep her in VS. See how let the speed wash off on its own. Yeah, let's get a little bit below the glide path, a bit below the profile, and then we'll use that inertia or the lack of thereof to PMDG did release a snapshots of the 737 in the sim. You know, I'm not that excited. You know, I've been simming for so many years, and every simulator's had a good 737. Yeah, it's another NG. You know, I'm excited that PMDG is making it. You know, we expected that, but it's another 737. You know, I know a lot of. I know I'm gonna get some heat for that. Yeah, but you know. You know, this is quite a good aircraft as well. I'm not saying it's better than PMDG. Okay, so we have the RNAV, VNAV and RNAV, LNAV and RNAV is alive. But yeah, I mean, it's another 737-800, like the millionth one in flight simulation. So yeah, I mean, hopefully, yeah, I mean, I definitely would get it when I do get Microsoft Flight Simulator, though. I wish they would release some other type of aircraft, but, you know, they obviously have a lot of data. So okay, so we're gonna slow our descent 500 feet per minute, and we're 200 feet below profile, and let her slow down. I'm gonna arm the spoilers. Spoilers armed. Speed breakers armed. Spoilers, whichever one. Yeah, T-Snow. 20 miles to go to MKIS. We have St. Martin coming up here in the distance. At Caribbean Airlines 456 out of level 100 for the RNAV 10. St. Martin traffic, please advise. And we're still on 122.8. Are they not? No way. Yeah, we are on 122.8. And we can go back to catching the descent profile. Let's level change her. Its ass out of here. Level change. We have 10 miles to go. We are still above profile and we're too fast. I think I need to use a speed breaker. I never thought I've had to do this. So let's get a little bit below the profile. Let's leave it. Let's leave it at 240 so we get below the profile a bit, and then we peg the speed back to flaps up speed. Okay, that's the field. Okay, Okay, Biscayne is on the ground.
Semi traffic, Biscayne 141, backtracking runway 10.
Let's get below the profile just a bit. And give it 180 knots here at Umana. Let's get a little bit below the profile. We'd freeze the descent rate here with the VS, and we can bring our speed back up to flaps up speed. I'm gonna bring it all the way back to 180 knots. That's where we're gonna end up. Standard, we're below, and it's 1016 in Juliana. We give the standby altimeters at 1016, and that's set as well. Nice. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give it heading select. I'm going to extend this downwind just to give it a bit more track miles to get on profile. And let's get our charts out again. Descent checklist, approach checklist, altimeters are set. 1016 set. Let's get these guys on. And okay, we can give it 1,000 feet per minute, 800 feet per minute.
Sunline traffic, Biscayne 141, vacated runway 10.
Copy, turning base for runway 10, Caribbean Airlines 456. 500 feet per minute. Give it straight to Avaki. And, is it Avaki? Yeah, let's give it direct to Avaki. And, we're gonna LNAV. I'm gonna hit the approach button. We're gonna fly an RNAV approach. I give the final approach course of 08, I think it's 078. Flaps 1. Speed brake closed. Speed brake closed. Speed brake is armed. Flaps 5. Hey, glide altitude capture. It's 1900 is the next. Okay, I can't pull up the chart now. I think it's 1700. Okay, St. Martin traffic, Kirby 9456, finals for runway 10. Get down. Speed 160. Laps 15. Okay, glide path capture. Laps 25. VRF 145 set. 146. Flaps 30. Gear down, 3 greens, speed brake is armed. Starters are continuous. Flaps 30 land, flaps 30 green light, landing checklist complete. Turn off this guy here. Okay, passing 1,200 feet. Maybe it's a slight bit, little bit lower than I'd like to be. Although the profile says I'm spot on, but maybe I am spot on, huh?
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Check. Yeah, getting a little bit low, so I'm gonna ignore the flight directors.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Okay, landing. Good. Oh, a little bit high.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
No greasers, no greasers, no greasers, no greasers. Long landing. Go reverse.
Knots.
A bit of a floater there. Bit of a long landing. Okay, welcome to St. Martin. The local time is 2:28 in the afternoon. We have landed at the Princess Juliana International Airport. We ask you to remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop. What else do they say? Estimate too much. A nose wheel, that nose wheel steering is wow. Okay, I need some getting used to the nose wheel steering. Get the AP on. Maybe I should have come in with flaps 40. Would have given me a much lower landing speed. But I was full on the brakes, full on. I thought I was gonna run off the runway. Okay, APU is winding up. Where are we gonna park today? I've been on times I've flown on Caribbean Airlines on this route. We've parked. I think they park wherever they can get. Well, the spot they get. But we did park at the end. Oh no, Biscayne just loaded up right at our parking spot. So we're gonna use. I do hope AutoGate is working. And this is Alpha. We're gonna go into Alpha 2. Turn off our landing. Alright. There we go. Alright, and that's that. And that brings us to the end of EW Flight 456. Actually, in real life now, this flight does a turnaround, right? The schedule's changed. It's no longer part of the milk run. Or it maybe is on some days, I'm not sure, as BW416. But all those who've joined us, don't forget to like, subscribe if you do like what you see. Let's get some replay action. Let's see if we can get the replays all the way from Barbados. If the sim doesn't crash on me, let me just finish with the shutdown, just for completeness. We give it some air conditioning. Or left back. Seatbelt signs are off, and Pro V off. Can turn off the ACAL, and yeah, that's it really. Oh really? Oh my luck, AutoGate does not work. Why? Why does this happen to me? I really did need to, should have parked up at the remote stand, right? This happens to me. Always happens to me. Anyway, let's not stay at the gate too long. Let's come off VATSIM and let's look at some replays. Let's get some music on as well. I don't like the music either, but whatever. It's free. I don't want to get a copyright strike, so it's just we're gonna have to live with that until I find some better music for you guys. If you guys know some good non-copyright sounds, don't hesitate to post it in the chat. And any flight requests within the region or out of the region, don't hesitate to pop it in the chat if you want me to see, if you want me to do a flight. See if I can fit it in during the week or over the next couple of days. Let's get off VATSIM. Disconnect. Let's get a tower view. Tower view, shift 5. Alt R. No, actually no, let's do a flyby view. We're gonna stay right here. Gate checked 103, 150. What do you mean? Are you who dares put landing predictions on my channel? Please unsubscribe if you're gonna put landing predictions, alright? I don't want you subscribing to my channel. Just kidding. No landing predictions. I don't do landing rates, alright? End of story. They're dumb. Look at that late landing. Let's see that late landing. You don't want that. You don't want greasers in St. Martin. Unless you're a total badass like me. Let's watch it from the beach. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach bar. Why won't you go faster? I don't know why it won't go faster. Other issues. Oh, quit being stuck, man. Disgusting. Look at that late landing. Look at that long landing. That should have really been a go around. Let's get a wing view. Cabin view. Oh, wrong side. Touchdown zone. There goes another touchdown track. Whoa. don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you do like the stream. If you have any flight requests, don't hesitate to put them up. I'll see if I can accommodate them. I do have the 737, all the Airbuses except the JAR design. I have the A319, the A321, the A320. I've got all the versions of the Zibo 737 and the Ultimate. Got the 737-200, and those are the aircraft that I actually have available for flying. I have a 747 that I'm trying out as well. Let's see if we can go back to do the takeoff from Piaco. I'm gonna warn you guys, it's gonna take a while to load the scenery, so I'm gonna rewind. Let me see. Let's see how. Okay, it's gonna take a while. Let's give it a second. It's gonna take a while to reload. So let me know in the chat, once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I also have a Twitch channel, I have a Facebook channel. I'm not too sure if I hot linked it. Just stay tuned. If I haven't, I'll link it possibly in one of my future streams if I don't have it. My Twitch channel is also called Mode Charlie. Feel free to have a look at that as well. Let's wait until the ground starts to appear. What's taking you so long? Scenery? Come on, load already. Oh, here she comes. Alrighty. Okay, let's fast forward it then. There's me boxing my controls. Look her. Here it comes. Oh no, I'm fast forwarding. Get a wing view. Watch it from this angle. Alright, let's see if I can get a better view. Oh, no, I can't actually. I picked wrong. It's not the greatest. I should have picked the seat at the back actually. I'll fix it. I'll remedy that. Can I get? No, I can't. There we go. Let's see if we can do the landing into Piarco. If we can see that. Let's go back to the landing. Go back. Oh, wrong one. I've gone back too far. Let's get let's fast forward a bit. There we come on the downwind leg. That's a visual approach that we did early on this morning. Right, we get a downwind. Didn't execute this properly. I hope easy to mess up though. Cut it a bit close there. More like a 2-mile final, 3-mile final. Yeah, this is the replay that I owed you guys this morning that I didn't get to do. Here we are. Let's speed it up a bit. Come down the glide path. Here we go. And that's that. To all of us who've joined us on the stream today, thanks for coming, and I hope to see you back on the stream. I'll be streaming probably in about another 2 hours, hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm going to be doing a shared cockpit flight somewhere in Mexico. I haven't decided yet. But in any case, thanks for coming, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. All the best, guys and girls. Thanks for coming on the stream. I hope you have a blessed day, and stay safe out there. Bye-bye.